Hello everyone, and welcome back to another fast preview done fast of the AT-15, the Tier 8 British tank destroyer, or one of the Tier 8 British tank destroyers. This is the non-turreted version. As you can see, I do have 246 experience. I did play one game, did pretty crappy in it. Anyway, I have the 20-pounder unlocked, and that's the gun that I'm going to show you because let's go to the AT-7 real quick. As you work your way up to the AT-15, you're going to have the option to unlock this gun, and if you don't, I feel sorry for you because it is necessary to unlock that gun. As you can see, the pin on this is 171 with 150 damage. The pin on the 20-pounder is 226 with 230 damage. So I would highly suggest you unlock this gun. The rest of it, I mean, you don't necessarily need to go up the engines. I rarely unlock my radios unless it's a light tank maybe, but then sometimes I still don't. Anyway, so the top engine off the AT-7 is your starting engine. This is actually off the Comet Cromwell. There isn't much difference. It's only 50 horsepower, I believe. Oh no, it's 100 horsepower. I'm going to rebuy this, and we'll show it to you with this. So, it's not completely stock, but it's the way you should unlock it is with this gun. So, anyway, let's go to take a look at the armor real quick. So, as you can see, this is the armor profile for the AT-15. The beak, right here where the, there is no, I mean, yeah, it's got an upper glacis and a bit of a lower glacis. There isn't a whole lot. But you don't have like a sharp angle like you do on most tanks. So the upper glacis, straight on, you're at about 210 roughly. It increases as it goes back. There isn't a whole lot of, there's no weak spot necessarily per se. The beak of the nose of the tank, 230. Nobody's going to be shooting there anyway, unless it's you know, long range and they target here and it hits here. But down here you're looking at about 200. So effectively, this little spot here is a weak spot, I guess. Not much weaker than your upper plate, but this through here, as you can see, isn't really, for some reason it shows it. It's pretty sloped, as you can see. So if you're trying to shoot the tank either here or up at the cupolas, if you angle your tank, you do have a fairly wide gun arc on this tank, so you can angle it, as you can see, like that. Preferably this side is behind a building, so you can hide this monster cupola here, and they just have this little wafer thin area here to hit. But you can see the armor, it goes up a little bit, but not a whole lot. You're looking at, for the same area, it goes up about 5 points or so. As it goes back, it gets higher. So you don't have I mean, there's not really a weak spot per se, other than your cupolas, but you don't have a whole lot of armor either at the same time. It's not as strong tier for tier, I guess you'd say. Tier 8, you know, there's quite a few tanks that can go right through this. So anyway, back to the gun. That gun that I was talking about, as you can see, rate of fire is 11.11. Average penetration 226 with AP, 258 with APCR, and 42 with HE. 230 alpha damage there, 280 with the HE. 0.31 dispersion. It is pretty accurate, and 1.9 aim time. You don't ever have to worry about your reload. On mine is 5.41 is the reload speed, so you're going to aim well before you're actually reloaded. Gun traverse, as I said, is 26. It moves pretty, you know, fairly quickly. from side to side. You don't have to. The traverse speed of the hull is pretty slow, 18. So you don't want to get cornered in this thing. Always keep your front to your enemy, basically. But you can get that gun moving side to side. I don't know what the gun arc is itself, but it goes pretty far, like I showed you. You know, you're like this, and you can swing the gun over this way. So, but it moves fairly quickly from side to side. Hit points, total hit points is 1,450. Vehicle weight. Once you put the 20-pounder on, let's take a look here. Once you put the 20-pounder on, basically the only thing else you can put on are binos, or you can't put a camo net and binos on at the same time. You have to get the tracks unlocked in order to get the 32-pounder as well. As you can see, the weight is a red. So this weight and this weight is basically the same, 40 pounds difference, or kilograms difference. But there's not much difference between the two guns. Reload is just a smidge faster. As you can see, the rate of fire is 12 instead of 11.11. So you're, half a second faster or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But I don't plan on unlocking this one. I'm just going to go straight for this one. As you can see, your penetration drops a little bit, and your rate of fire drops a little bit, but your damage, your alpha damage, is a little higher. So whether I don't know. Time will tell. I'll unlock this, because obviously you have to be able to get to the tortoise. But whether I'll actually use it, I don't know. I'll try it out and see how it works. But the 20-pounder is actually a little better as far as rate of fire and penetration, but your alpha damage is a little lower. So anyway. Engine power is 500 horsepower. Top speed is 20 kilometers an hour. You're no speed demon in this thing. And view range is pretty poor, 370 base. That's why I use the binos. Signal range is 550 base. I don't have a fully trained crew yet. Like I said, I just switched it over. So anyway, out to the battlefield we go. So here we are on Siegfried Line. Matchmaking, this tank is decent on this map, just because you can, a little farther range. I'll probably end up going into town, because we don't have as many heavies as they do, so I'm going to try and help that. But normally I would sit back and kind of plink away at somebody coming into the field for the first half of the map, or match, I should say. And I'm probably going to get spotted. I don't have 6th sense, so I can't tell. That's a miss. Oh. Looked like a miss. Maybe he got a little bit of splash damage on him there. Anyway, my teams lately, as you can see by my last replay episode, I've been getting teams like that for about a month now. So hopefully this team, we're still at a disadvantage as far as stats go. But the team makeup is, well, there's one. There goes our ELC, so we have no scouts. But he showed where a lot of people are at, but that's not really that, not effective, I guess. Considering we couldn't shoot any of them, so... But what I was saying, as far as my last, I was one game away from, I've hovered just under 50% for a while now. Cromwell down. As far as my win rate, I'm usually right around 49.9 to 49.95, and I was one game away from getting 50% officially. I was at 49.99. I won one game. It put me up to 50, and statistically I was still just a hair under 50. So I needed one more game, and I had 12 teams in a row with XVM saying that I had 45% chance or less of winning. Try and set this guy's engine on fire. Got the reload speed to keep. Oh, nice. Nice. Anyway, I've had 12 teams. Come on, M6, please. What in the heck, you know? Anyway, I've had 12 teams, and most of those have actually been under, well under 40%. Out of those, probably 8 of them or 9 of them have been basically 40% or lower. So I've been getting shafted by matchmaking lately. Pretty bad. So now I officially need 11 games to be able to get back up to where I was. So pretty bad. But we're up 8-3, and we technically shouldn't be. That low, or Louvre, however you want to pronounce it, is going to be a little bit of a hindrance here. Let's see where he's at. And he's firing gold at me, of course. Yeah, you spin around for that guy. Oh, well, I'm shooting him over there. Oh, the Skoda. Skoda. And he's down. Skoda's over there somewhere. AMX 1375 is behind us. Not too bad of a game though. The AT-15, this is just like the AT-7, I think, from what I can tell so far. Not very mobile. Same exact gun, but I think you're actually at a slight of a disadvantage, to tell you the truth. Oh, he drowned. And the reason why I say that is tiering. The tiering isn't as good for you. You're in a tier 8 now instead of a tier 5, or tier 5, tier 8 instead of a tier 7. So the chance of hitting tier 10s is a possibility now. So keep that in mind. You have to, you can't play nearly as aggressive, I would say, in that sort of matchup. I'm in a tier 8 right now. I'm probably getting sweetheart matchmaking currently. Although they don't, that's not an official thing, but this 1375 is just getting free kills here. Hopefully I was going to say hopefully the SU-8 gets him, but he didn't. I'm not falling back. Why? He got all 3 artillery, huh? Anyway, not too bad of a match here for me. Nearly 2,000 damage. 4 kills. Certainly a integral part of the team, I'd say. I took on some tanks that needed to be taken down. Hopefully this 1375 takes this guy out before these guys cap. Oh, there we go. Or not 1375, 1357. Sorry. So we ended up getting a 3rd class mastery. Sharpshooter, fighter, Master Gunner and Fire for Effect, as well as Spartan. Ended up doing 1,977 damage. That top on the team. 808 was our base XP. Pretty good game for the 1357. What did he? Just a lot of damage, that's a lot of damage for a tank that only does about 90 alpha damage there. I can't remember, 99 maybe, something like that. Anyway, ended up blocking 920 damage, 156 assistance damage, made 10,000 credits, and 2424 was our total experience. So let's take it out one more time and see if we can get maybe a little worse matchup, just to see how it performs. So this is certainly a worse matchup. We've got a tier 9 battle here. Decent map again. I'm not too worried about that, because this is long engagements usually, for TDs at least. Up close with the mediums and heavies, but the team is certainly not as good compared to the other team. Not that we're bad. We've got some couple good players. As you, I don't consider myself an exceptional player, so I'm not on that list of good players. But got some arguing here in the chat. But IS3, the Unicum over there, not going to be able to get a shot into him, I don't think. Nope. Certainly quite a few tanks going west there, and I'm actually going to stay here because I think I'm necessary over on this side more. Although I'm not going to move up on them, that's for sure. Not yet, at least. Nothing, no shot there. The M4190 girlfriend is going down pretty quick, though. Trying to stay split between the two sides, because that way I can, if needed, I can still move west. But the IS-3 and the M41 are certainly bull rushing us. And I don't know, we've got an E75 over there who should easily be able to withstand that IS-3, but I'm just taking a perspective. Just a shot in the dark there. I don't think he was still there, but you never know. E75's holding his own. Hopefully this T26 moves up and helps him out. It'd be nice if somebody would poke a ridgeline for me. We're starting to tumble on the left side there. So I might be able to hit this. Nice shot from the ISU back there. Charioteer took him out first.
Target acquired.
Yeah, he ducked before I could get a shot into him. So the...
Let's locate another target.
There we go. Alright. We are moving over to this side, and we're going to set up base. Because we're getting bum rushed here. T30, hopefully, he's got full health. He should be able to last a little while. Yeah, the T43 is known for that. Well, not known for it, I wouldn't say that, but it's certainly one of those tanks that does that. Come on, get over this ridge. Gun depression isn't the greatest. Put a shot into the T30, should be able to hit that. I was hoping I would hit in front of him there. Oh. Took out the IS. As you can see, the rate of fire is serving us well. Charioteer down. We're only down 2 tanks on these guys. The T-30 can hurt me, so... Come on, bub. Oh, nice. Oh, that's not good. Nice. T-30's down. This ISU is kicking some butt over here. No shot there on the T-29. I just don't have the penetration to be able to get through his hull. Or not his hull, his turret, but he doesn't have the penetration to get through me either, and the accuracy neither. We need to take out the Skoda. That is a priority. Man, ISU is kicking some butt here. As you can see, I'm not doing as well in this. Not necessarily any particular reason, but we were a 32%er on this. That is quite the game we're having. Not me necessarily. Like I said, we've got some good players. I'm not one of them. This Waffenträger can certainly hurt me. I'm assuming I'm spotted because I'm sure I'm the one that spotted him. And artillery. SU 14-2 there's. Oh, he bounced on me. Nice. This E-75 should come around the corner and give him a good wallop. Should have rammed him. That's not good. No, why did you turn sideways to him? Jeez. I don't know. Some people's kids. So I'm spotted.
Enemy is hit. Ready to fire.
I'm gonna reload before he is. Nice. Oh, 14-2 got me. Not much I could do about that. It was kind of in the open. He was probably pre-aiming, waiting for me to come to him. So I'm sure we'll win this, though. I can't see how we wouldn't. That T-26 should easily be able to take out the SU. So anyway, back to the garage. So the post-battle results for that one ended up with 1,080 damage, 652 experience, 4th on team. That ISU 152, that's a pretty good game. And so, I mean, overall, not a bad team, actually. T-30 did well. But needless to say, 1,300 damage blocked. 684 damage from assistance, or assistance damage, I should say. 4,222 was my take-home pay, and 978 after premium bonus. So, as you can see, it's if you don't have you don't have to have an outstanding game. Obviously, I didn't. Not a bad game necessarily, but basically average. And still made money on it, obviously with a premium account. If I didn't have premium, I would have lost money, but that's a tier 8 for you. You're gonna, you have to have probably, at least 2,000 damage, probably somewhere around there if you die. If I hadn't died, I would have certainly made more, but anyway, two very different matches as far as tiering goes. No tier 10 yet, but not necessarily the most ideal matchup for me, I guess. Tier 8, the first one was, the second one not. So you can see that the tank still performs fairly well. Obviously the armor isn't up to snuff to be in tier 9, tier 10 matches. It's certainly good enough for tier 8s, but tier 9's a different story. So anyway, hopefully in a couple months or so I'll have it fully unlocked. I don't know if this is going to make a whole lot of difference. Like I said, alpha certainly, but and it was a little sluggish. I could tell the difference between the first game that I played and these games with the different engine. But as you can see, it's not too bad of a tank. The Tortoise, I understand, is much better, and then the 183 obviously is the king of the hill as far as this line. And if you aren't familiar with that gun, or tank I should say, it is a gun. That's about all it's good for. It's got armor, but the gun is a beast. So that is the reason why I'm going up this line. The rest of these tanks below, the AT7 wasn't too bad as you're coming up through, but the AT8 was boy, that is a nightmare of a tank. I did not like this tank. I didn't do too bad in it, but it's a tough tank to do well in. You're right on the cusp of, you're facing tier 8s, and they can go right through your armor. And I faced quite a few tier 8s for some reason. I'm not sure. The AT2 though is enjoyable as well, because your tier 5, when you're top tier, nothing can get through you. Even tier 6s have a hard time. So anyway, that is my fast preview of the AT7, or sorry, AT15. The AT15. So appreciate you guys hanging out and watching a little bit of Fast Previews Done Fast, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.